Hey everybody, welcome to my stream. Welcome to another episode of Wing Talk with Fallen Angel. Just gonna wait a few minutes to see who will actually who's able to be on. I know there's a lot of um, different people that are live right now. So I know it's gonna be just a few minutes for people to come in. So shared it on my social medias. If y'all are just coming in, I want to thank you. If you can come say hello. Hello, Jose and Anna. How are you guys doing? I hope everybody's having a good day. Today is going to be a little bit different than the rest of my live streams that I've done, the rest of my Wing Talks. So, hello, John of Coins. How are you doing? Hello, hello. Hey, Raiders. I'm really surprised to get a raid. What I don't think that anybody will raid me, so I really appreciate it. Thank you everybody for joining. Don't forget to smash that like button if you like what you see. Check out my channel. If you like what you see, subscribe, please. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. I hope everybody's having a good day. Thank you so much, Haunted Trucking, for the raid. I really do appreciate it. Hello, Christina, Victorian Witch, TJ Smith, Carol Out of the Comfort Zone, Eddie and Jen, the vlogs and then some, Jennifer Johnson, Haunted Trucking, Redbeard. Hello, everybody. It's good to see everybody. I know everybody's kind of busy and there's live streams galore going on. I just figured it's been a couple days since my last Hey Irish Whiskey, it's been a couple days since I've actually done a wing talk, so I figured I'd go ahead and do another wing talk. This is more of giving updates, a little rant on technology, and giving some shout outs out. Hope everybody's having a good day. I know I had a pretty decent day. Been on the live stream for a long time, and I promised everybody 10 o'clock at night from now on when I do wing talk. So that way it gives everybody an opportunity to know it's not going to be bouncing back and forth in the mornings or in the evenings. It's more like everybody kind of knows. I said it, I was able to say it on my social media. I do have a Facebook page. It's more of a fan page where everybody can talk, connect, and enjoy themselves. I do have Twitter, and I do have PayPal. I've got some merch in Haunted Trucking's store on Teespring. You're more than welcome to check it out. In the description below should be some links to where you could get where you want to go. Hello, Danella. How are you doing? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and roll on to my wing talk and give you guys an update. Last week was really kind of hard for me. I had something really bad happen. Hey, Redbeard. I had something really bad, really heartbreaking happened. And on my last wing talk, I did talk about it for the first hour. Explained the entire story. I pretty much lost I call him a family member, and it was he's but it's a pet, but it was one of my family members had passed away. And it's a story that I think everybody should hear, because she went from almost dying really young to actually living a really good life. She kind of ended up touching a lot more lives than people realize. And it really struck me when I really sat down and thought about it. And the way that she left this world really got to me. And it was a beautiful thing, even though it was so heartbreaking. You might want to check out the last live stream, at least for up to an hour into the stream. Is when I talk about her. And I'm doing a lot better. I think more or less I'm more at peace with it, because she was suffering. She did have cancer, and it spread, and then she started having health issues and she was declining pretty fast. And she got to the point where she stayed confused. She really, in a lot of ways, did and didn't know. She really did, but yet didn't know what she was doing, and she couldn't comprehend like she used to. And to me, it's more of a relief that she's in a better place, and I know she is. But yeah, just check that out. I'm looking forward to going to the Apple Festival. That's right here local. It's probably about 30 minutes away from where I live at. It's a festival that they have every single year around Labor Day. And they do have a lot of specialty Apple things. They have a parade. They have different events going on. So I would really like to vlog that. And if I can vlog that or even do a live stream, I'm going to do that. And it's going to be interesting, because I know there's a lot of times a lot of music at these festivals, and I really don't want to get copyrighted. So might have to do a little editing there. My dad at one time talked about there's also airplane rides at this festival. They have some kind of air museum, and they have this thing where you can go up in an airplane with somebody. And I've thought about maybe him filming some footage of what it's like to be in that airplane, and if he could. But I have no idea if he's going to even do that. So just keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out for that live stream. I am planning on having an awareness video out this week. It'll be later on in the week. It'll be towards the end of the week, like Thursday or Friday. No, TJ, I'm actually talking about Hendersonville, North Carolina. It's going up the mountain towards Asheville. Hop, Pam, I appreciate that. And there's another video that I promised everybody I'd do. I just haven't gotten enough guts to actually try to figure out how I'm going to film myself twerking. I've got 500 subscribers. I promised that I would have that done on a live stream, but my internet, which I will get into in a little bit, is a pain, and the quality is not that good. So if I was to, all you would see was a blur. Yes, John of Coins, I would. Zero. I can't pronounce that last part. I'm sorry. Zero, I appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. And I hope you enjoy what you see here. I don't just do Wing Talk. I do other videos. I'm just kind of figuring out what I want to do, what I'm good at. Yes, Eddie, I am going to twerk. Because I promised somebody that I would do that. And I said it on a live stream, so I really have to go ahead and do that. And so this, that's pretty much what is going on with me. Wing Talks are going to be from now on at around 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, as much as I can. Thank you, Redbeard, for subscribing. I appreciate that. And I'm also going to start doing more longer live streams. The Thursday nights and Sunday nights from 10 until whenever. Hopefully we can do just panels, have a chit chat, just sit around, just chill. I'm not sure what I'm going to do if I hit 1,000. I'll probably be like crying happy tears, a blubbery mess. Hi, West Haven. How are you doing? Thank you for showing up. Thank you for coming in, saying hello. And the thing about me is I tend to stay to the back. I tend to stay away from a large crowd. And with YouTube, it's more of you got to get yourself out there. You got to get yourself motivated enough to get yourself going and interact with people. And it takes a long time. And it takes some hard work to get there, to get subscribers, to get things going for your channel. I'm doing this. At first, I was doing it as a hobby, but because at the moment I'm in a bad situation, not real bad situation, but bad enough to where I have to find something to do. And YouTube is actually one that is helping me as a person grow, to be able to still interact with people, be able to be social, because I'm not able to be social in real life right now. I'm kind of in a spot where I don't have a vehicle to get out. Hi, Mary. How are you doing? Yes, Eddie, you're right. YouTube is like a business. You're self-employed. It's one of those things where you can do as much work or as little work as you want, but you need to not expect the same results as everybody else. It depends on a lot of factors, but yeah, it's hard. I understand how some people can feel like they're being left behind, but you also got to understand the factors that are in there. Like with me, I have some things going on where the technicality part of it is really, really hard for me. That's why a lot of times I have issues with the internet. That's why I try to pick specific times for when I do go live, or if I'm on a live of somebody else's. If you were in Haunted Trucking's live stream earlier, it's one of those things that you, it's kind of a hit or miss. You on Haunted Trucking, which I'll talk more about him later, but his stream earlier, I was in there for a good long while. Nothing was going on, nothing was wrong, and I didn't get kicked out of it. But once the internet started acting up, I kept getting kicked out of it. So there are a lot of times it's good, and then there's a lot of times it's bad, and you just have to figure out where the good and bad are at. And on YouTube, I really am the type that I don't want to make enemies. I want to be as friendly as I can to everybody. Like they're a good friend of mine, like I know them. And I want people to feel welcome in my streams. I want people to be able to feel like they're included, of course, in certain types of live streams. Wing Talk is supposed to be more of a talk show. And a lot of times I forget that because I do want to include you guys in the conversations. And anyway, you want to say hi, Dad? You're on camera.
Hi, Dad. I'm sucking my belly in a little bit.
That's my dad. He's one of a kind for sure.
Well, thank you. I mean to be.
And I enjoy helping other people out. I am a moderator for several different channels. And those channels, when I'm in there and I'm on their stream, because I don't have the capability with my internet. This is one thing I hate about technology. It's only good as the connection that you have with internet. You know, it's only as good as far as it will go because of the internet. There are times that I can't see the video, but I can see the streams. There's times that I can see the video, but I cannot see the streams. And it gets aggravating. Hi, Vicky's Videos. How are you doing? And it's, to me, technology can be a really good thing, or it can be a really bad thing. Depend on what way you look at it. We have sometimes as we grow in technology, or we become more accustomed to technology, if something happens and you have no power, that technology is not going to work. It don't work without power, unless you got solar panels or something. But it can be good because I can do like I am now, communicating with everybody, giving my opinion, telling my little stories, telling my opinion on different aspects. And I can also communicate through other people's live streams or on Twitter or social medias. And I've gotten so accustomed to it. If something was to happen to that technology where the power, internet end up going out and staying out, I would be lost, and I would feel bad because I can't talk to my bestie. I can't talk to my friends. I cannot talk to anybody that I'm connected with on YouTube or social medias. And it's like you get, for those that grew up in technology, they're not going to know what else to do but play on a computer or play on iPad or video games or something. But the power's out, the power's out. You can't do nothing. And so it's almost like you have to start from square one when you're in the old people that are older like me did not exactly start with technology, and we kind of learned how to be inventive on how we entertained ourselves. And children nowadays tend to be more technology savvy.
Oh,
And, anyway, now I lost my train of thought. Thank you so much, Dad.
You're welcome, baby. Sound like you were on a roll.
I'm on the middle of a talk show. And that's another thing that I get a little bit upset, not upset too much, but when I do have YouTube, I'm going to go off topic just a little bit to go ahead and rant about this, and it'll be over with maybe. A lot of times I have a hard time getting support from certain people, and one of them is my dad. At times, like, he will interrupt me. He will gripe and get upset with me because I'm on a live stream, and if the live stream's like 5, 6, 7 hours, it's one of those things that, take it or leave it. And of course, I got to respect my dad too, so I'm on that fine line. Hey, Dreamwalking Angel, how are you doing? I have to step on that fine line as an adult to respect my dad, in the same sense, be able to express myself and explain, hey, I don't think it's right that you're doing this. You're not being supportive. It's one of those fine line things. How are you supposed to express yourself if it makes your dad feel disrespected? Hey, Jenny the fam, how are you? But yeah, a lot of time, I feel like a lot of times I am fighting an uphill battle, but I'm stubborn enough. I'm going to keep going. Yesterday, I felt like I just wanted to quit my channel, quit all everything that I'm doing. But then again, I turn around and I look at my channel and I see nothing but good comments. And people are supportive of me. I mean, despite what's going on with me with the technology, despite what's going on with me, as far as that kind of support, it's like, it's just one of those things that I have to be stubborn. I have to learn to keep myself stubborn and push myself to the point where I am uncomfortable and see how it goes. And like I've said before, the reason why I always say, just remember, you never know what's out there until you spread your wings and fly. That's almost saying, take that leap of faith in yourself to see what is new out there. What frontier can you get into? What can you learn about yourself in doing something that is uncomfortable? Think, the way I say it too, think outside the box. If you don't do that and you keep yourself closed in, you're never going to grow as a person, and you're never going to show anybody, especially people that always are around, like family or friends that may say something negative about you. You'll always feel like you're getting brought down, and you're never going to be able to to completely learn about yourself. And that's one way to do it, is to get yourself out of that comfort zone, take that leap of faith, and find what's out there. You might not like certain things, but trust me, this is one of the things that I ended up taking a leap of faith, is to go into YouTube, is to go and interact with other people. Because I do have social anxiety, even though I might not been tested for it, but I do have anxiety. And it gets to the point where I don't necessarily feel like I'm doing the best that I should be doing. And then I reevaluate myself and I'm like, well, maybe I could approach this a different way. Sometimes being stubborn can actually work in your favor if you use it the right way, for the right reasons. Hi, Julie Murray. How are you? And technology gets me so frustrated. I am Haunted Trucking will actually back me up on this. Where I am where my house is almost like a what do you call it? I consider it a Bermuda Triangle of cellular service. Bermuda Triangle is the myth that planes will go missing around the Bermuda Triangle all of a sudden. Without warning, they lose contact and all that stuff. That's, in a lot of ways, what happens with cell phones. That's what happens with cell service. Even somebody who has a different cell service can come up into the yard and barely have any kind of signal with their service provider because of the fact that there's just not enough to keep the cell service going. So we got that going for us, and right now we are on a DSL internet, and apparently there's a lot of DSL people that are subscribed to DSL here for it to drag my bandwidth down to where it's really hard to get things to upload, things to download, things to just do what I need it to do. Because I got a decent computer. And that's already half the fight, is making sure you have a decent computer that's capable of taking care of what you need to take care of for YouTube or social medias and whatnot. And that's really cool, Vicky. That's awesome. And for me, I don't have transportation to get out and about, and I don't have transportation to be able to get me a job right now. So my hobbies are the things that keep me busy. Not only that, talking to my best friend on the phone helps. It really does. And I'm just going to go ahead and move right along. I'm going to give some shout outs, and I'm going to just brush over some of the shout outs. I want to first thank Haunted Trucking, who everybody knows is like my bestie. He's the one that always encourages me. He always he tells me the truth straight up, whether I like it or not. He's like that with everybody. He tells it straight up. It might hurt your feelings for a minute, but sometimes the truth does hurt. And I hate to say it, but a lot of times I agree with what he says. I don't always agree with him at the time. So hence, me and him will have a spat just like we were brother or sister. Hey, Irish, I hope you're enjoying listening to me. And it's just one of those things. Check out Haunted Trucking. He does do like showcasing some YouTubers. Everybody, I mean, he does a lot of chilling out, talking videos, where we can get it cut up and be crazy, and it could last a long time, depending on how busy he ends up getting. And Haunted Trucking actually helped me get to the point where I'm more confident in my my abilities. And he's also the one that has helped me with buying. He's actually bought me some things and sent them to me. I have an action camera, which I use a lot. I have an EMF detector, and a lot of it is not because necessarily he just wanted to give it to me as a gift. It was to review and figure out how to use it, and explain to him if it was going to benefit him or not in his journey of paranormal investigations. He does spirit boxes, he does story times, and he does catch a lot of neat things on his live streams. Sometimes it's far and few between, but his spirit box sessions, you do sometimes get a lot out of it. I want to shout out Eddie and Jen, the vlogs, and then some. They are a husband and wife team. They've been doing actual paranormal. They're considering themselves paranormal enthusiasts. They've been doing things hobby-wise in the paranormal for the last, I believe they said, 15 years. And they both have some gifts, but that's not what makes their channel great. They not only do the paranormal, which they catch a lot of stuff too, and it's amazing what they do catch, is they do different kinds of videos. They talk about their children. They have a couple of autistic or special needs children. One of them is severely special needs, and they also showcase how they deal with that. They also, at the very end of all their videos, they send out positivity. They send out positivity that they send out that positivity to the viewers, and I know as a viewer, it makes me special every time I hear the positivity in his videos that he sends. He also does live streams. I believe he talked about doing a live stream tomorrow. So if you guys want to check out his channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Just tell him Fallen Angel sent you. I also want to shout out Irish Whiskey. He is another paranormal YouTube channel, but he does, like everybody else, we all do have different techniques on how to do paranormal investigating and whatnot. And I love his channel. I love the things that he ends up catching. And he lives in California near the desert. So there's a different total aspect of it, that it is within the desert. There are abandoned places that are just like everywhere else. And there's a lot of history there, and there's a lot of things that can be considered mysteries that he actually goes to. And I enjoy his channel. The other night they done had to he had I think he's trying to start a series, if I'm not mistaken, and it's about haunted dolls. And he actually had a really good live stream the other day. No, they're not actually. And the dolls that are haunted actually was moving camera a little bit here and there. It was just weird. So y'all might want to check that out and see what you see and let you see it for yourself. I want to shout out Jenny the Fan. Jenny's channel is about her, from what I gather from what I've watched, her spiritual side, her walk with God, and the things that happen with her and the frustrations that she gets. And she's also pretty well uplifting when she tries to explain her situation, but she changes it around and gives it to God. A lot of what she says on her channel is kind of like how I've been. There's been times I'm sure a lot of people that are spiritual sometimes get in one of those I feel lost stages. And I remember watching her channel, and I would actually be like, wow, I didn't really get my mind into that kind of thing. So if you are kind of pretty spiritual and you want to see, check out her channel. Check out what she does. And she does put out some videos. She does take trips. She's visited Omar Gosh TV, Patty from the G Team Paranormal. And rolling into that, I want to shout out Patty from the G Team. She's got some excellent paranormal investigating videos. She does live streams every Friday. She does have a members only page that they do have at least 1 or 2 live streams a month. She's a really good person to go to if you can email her if you have questions. She's good about wanting to help you out. She has been on Haunted Trucking's live streams before, and I believe today was like one of the handfuls of times that she has. She is really humble. She stays in her roots. She doesn't forget where she come from, and she stays true to her word. If she feels like there's somebody that she's wanting to collab with, if she has an idea that they're not being true, she'll back off of them. That's how strong she is, and how she feels. And I believe she's real. Everybody's got opinions. Everybody can think what they want to, but she is a real deal to me. I also want to shout out Jose, which is Puerto Rican Showcasing. He is just starting back out. He had been on hiatus for a little bit. Now he's back, and he's doing live streams. And he showcases different YouTube channels. So he is one that I would want to go to if I'm looking for something different. He has a bunch of, it's all about networking on YouTube to make yourself grow. And a lot of it is you have to reach out, expand your horizons, see who's out there. You might like them. So it's one of those, just check him out. If you like what you see, subscribe to him. He's one that tries to be uplifting and show what other people can do, but he is good about interviewing. And you're not a schmuck, sort of Rican. And in our community, I mean, I say our community, but everybody that is in the chat, everybody that watches my channel, I consider you a part of my community. Just like Haunted Trekking is part of my little community, and everybody that watches him, and so on. It's always a good idea to expand your horizons, expand your little, even though you might have a little circle of friends, it's good to have more connections. And YouTube is all about connecting with others, I believe. But check everybody I said today. See if you like them, and if not, just watch one of their channels and move on. In my opinions, this is my platform, so I put my opinions on here. I don't go out and throw my opinions at other people. I save it for Wing Talk. So if I feel like there's an issue going on, I'm going to talk about the issue, and I'm going to tell you like it is, how I feel about it. And I appreciate every single person coming in here. I appreciate everybody sticking around for almost 45 minutes. I know I ended up running late, and of course, technology again. I hate technology in the same sense we need technology. But mine, for some reason, can be really slow. So just be patient with me when I say 10 o'clock. Hi, Sharpshooter. How are you doing? Technology is one of those things that you either have to upgrade, or you end up getting one of those really slow connections. And again, I don't, just like Christina said, technology. Ugh. Yeah, that's me. Excuse me. But and Pam, yeah, I appreciate you saying being very positive. Today was more of being positive. Only because of the content I was bringing. A lot of times I do talk about hard situations. If you go back through some of my wing talks, you're going to see that I actually went after the ideas that these people had that had enough guts to throw up bad comments at people. And I looked at both sides of the story, and I gave my opinion on it at the very end. And it's, this last wing talk that I done, not this one, but the one before, was kind of one of the hardest things I had to do. I've not experienced losing a pet that was that close to me. And it's just one of those things. It depends on what's coming up at the time. I threw everything that I was going to talk about last time on Wing Talk out the door after what happened to me and my family. And good night, Vicky. I appreciate you coming in here. Looking forward to seeing you again, and I will do what I can to catch you on one of your live streams. I've been kind of busy lately, so, and I do apologize for those that I am modded for, because I do tend to get busy doing not only projects for me, I try to help out other people. And I do, I don't want Wing Talk to just be about negativity. I also want it to be a positive thing. I want to bring me as much as I can into it. And I appreciate that, Pam. I appreciate that a lot. Some people, um, they, I'm the type that I tend to stay, have a negative mindset, and that's one thing I'm trying to bring myself out of. And I'm trying to bring that negativity mindset out of me and bring more positivity into it, because it's all about the mindset. And sometimes it could be attributed to the type of environment you're in, the type of situation you're in. But if you got some of that positivity in your mind, or you start focusing on positivity, things are going to start looking up. Things are going to look better, and you'll find a way out of that negative thinking, and you'll find your way out of that negative situation. It might not hit you right at first, but you'll get a wing slap from it eventually. Like, this is how you do it. And everybody can, I want to just stop for a second and encourage everybody really to check each other out on the chat, because you guys, I mean, you might find some really good content out there. I just only shouted out a few people. So, I mean, don't take just my word for it. Just go check them out, see what you find. And if you like them, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so you get notified when they go live or they do another video. I like what Danella says. You could talk to a while and still find a way to make it interesting. You have a lot of awesome opinions, and you wear your heart on as well. I appreciate that, Danella. It's hard because where I'm at right now, I really don't have a lot of people to talk to. People that used to be like my real life friends. They've got lives that are totally different than mine, and they're away. Hey, Kelsey Paranormal, how are you doing? They are no longer living here. They're living in elsewhere, and me and my friends, real life friends, tend to kind of just drop the ball. It could be me or them. And losing contact, it's hard to get that contact back to where you can talk to them more regular. And as far as the contact, contacting friends in real life, some of them that I had, I will say, were not the greatest of friends. And people that I find on social media, because I have hardly anybody to talk to in real life, social media has actually helped me. I've created so many friends on here. I've created a lot of connections on here. Hi, Kill Hut, how are you doing? And it's, one of those things that people talk about. Oh, you live in a basement, living in your parents' house. Well, you don't know the situation to get me there. You don't know what happened to me to get me to that point. So if you're going to judge anything, you better be looking in the mirror, because you better judge yourself before you start judging others. That's how I look at it. And I just hope everybody enjoyed Wing Talk tonight. This one was more laid back than I expected, but it's just me, my opinion. I'd rather I would rather it be laid back and more me. Might not be the best talk show, but it's laid back and more me at right now. I'm going to start stepping up my game. I'm thinking doing this kind of wing talk at least once out of the week. And yeah, everybody, check each other out. Kelsey's Paranormal Investigations, she does live streams, and she sometimes does spirit boxes and spiritual readings, and sometimes she just cuts up and has fun on her stream. So check her out if you're in. Also, she's into the paranormal, of course. And anybody that's in here that is that doesn't like paranormal, there are channels that are not paranormal, and I appreciate you too, Kelsey. People that are not into the paranormal can still find people that are not paranormal, or find things that are not paranormal on these channels. My channel, it does. Yes, I will say this: I do have paranormal on here. I do have explorations on here, and I also have spirit box sessions and whatnot. And it's one of those that it's a variety. And the only reason that's the only way to explain it, because everything that I'm interested in, that I've made videos on, is stuff that's coming from me. It's out of my heart, out of my ideas to do this stuff. So yeah, mine is a variety channel. Then you've got this like Wing Talk, where I speak my opinion. The main reason why I speak my opinion on here is because of the fact I have a hard time being able to bring myself out of my shell, out of one of those, and feeling like I have to shut myself up. I grew up having a hard time speaking my opinion, so this is one way to change my look on it, my outlook on it, and be able to, hopefully, when I get out of my shell a little bit, be a little funny too. So, and I hope everybody has a good evening, good night. I want to thank everybody for coming in here. It's to me, I wasn't even sure if I was going to have anybody coming in for the stream, or even if I didn't, I was appreciative to be able to go live, my internet the way it is. But I want to say, just always remember, you never know what is out there until you spread your wings and fly. Everybody have a good night. And until next time, peace.